We begin on the campaign trail and the critical fight to win battleground Wisconsin.
Candidates from both tickets held dueling events in Eau Claire this afternoon. It's just the second campaign stop together for Vice President Kamala Harris and her new running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. At the same time, Republican nominee J.D. Vance stopped at an airline equipment manufacturing plant.
Both campaigns are focusing on the Midwest for good reason. The latest CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows former President Donald Trump with a 1-point lead in Wisconsin. We have team coverage this evening from both events, and we want to begin with Esme Murphy, who just heard from the Democratic ticket. Esme?
Well, that's right, Amelia. And the breakdown continues here. The cleanup continues. But the echoes of the rally cries here for Harris and Tim Walz continue to echo throughout Eau Claire. Tim Walz was the first of the candidates to come out, and he came out really to thunderous cheers. It's only been, 36 hours? He seems to be adjusting to this position in the national limelight very well. Despite his well-known loyalty to the Vikings, the crowd here seemed thrilled to hear from him. He introduced the vice president, who came out to really thunderous cheers, and both said the road to victory for their ticket runs through communities like Eau Claire, right through Wisconsin.
Donald Trump, he sees the world differently than we see it. He has no understanding of service because he's too busy servicing himself.
Do we want to live in a country of freedom, of compassion, of rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate?
Now, Eau Claire is a spot of blue in an otherwise red western Wisconsin, and both parties are fighting hard to up their Wisconsin vote, their western Wisconsin vote. Donald Trump won Wisconsin by 20,000 votes in 2016, the same margin for Joe Biden, who won it in 2020. That's why both camps are fighting so hard.
All right. Thank you, Esme. And Caroline Cummings was also at today's rally. Our team coverage continues with a focus on voters. Caroline.
Good evening, Amelia. So the campaign says more than 12,000 supporters showed up here to this rural part of Eau Claire to hear Vice President Kamala Harris and her newly minted running mate, Governor Tim Walz. It's their first stop here in the Midwest since that ticket was announced just this week. Now, some supporters I spoke with waited hours to get a chance to hear them speak, and they tell me they're super excited to get out to vote for this ticket. Some said they are energized in a way that they weren't before when President Joe Biden, who dropped out just 2.5 weeks ago, was the presumptive nominee.
I see people who were maybe more on the fence before about voting, just having this new energy. I know people who were excited to vote for Obama. I see those same people kind of coming around, and I'm not one of those that has to be excited about my candidate. I mean, it helps, but I vote for, the policies that I believe in and the candidate that supports them.
Now, many supporters who I spoke with are from here in Wisconsin, but they were showing support for the governor next door, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, and they hope that he's a good partner to Harris in this campaign as they eye shoring up support for from Midwestern voters here in key battleground Wisconsin and elsewhere, with fewer than 100 days to go till the general election. Amelia.
All right, Caroline, I'll take it. Thank you very much.